Barbie 2, halted over excessive money demands, studio missteps. Barbie 2 never seemed like an option, and the movie would just go off to cinematic heaven. However, it did so phenomenally well that the executives have opted for a sequel and put the wheels in motion. Unfortunately, those wheels have stalled given the alleged financial demands from the main stars. Moreover, the studio made a few missteps with the first film that are trickling over. Keep reading for more about what is holding the sequel up. Barbie 2 stalled over money and missteps. When Barbie was initially released, it became a cultural phenomenon. Fans became obsessed with the story, the characters, and especially the cast. Margot Robbie played the main character and nailed it with no notes. Ryan Gosling stepped in as a bleached blonde Ken and exceeded expectations, even getting an Oscar nomination. Plus, he performed at the awards ceremony, which blew the roof off and had everyone in awe. It did not appear that there would be a sequel, although the film did incredibly well, raking in $1.45 billion worldwide. However, the studio changed its mind and decided that this would be the best idea. Wheels were allegedly in motion but have stalled for a bevy of reasons. The first is high salary demands. Ryan Gosling is asking close to $20 million to don his Ken look for a second time, but he more than deserves it. He made $12.5 million for the first, so this is not an incredible jump. The other issue is that the studio made a major misstep when they signed initial Barbie contracts. They failed to ask any of the film's stars to commit to doing a sequel, which would have forced them to come back if they wanted to make another movie. It is likely they had no idea what a massive success it would be. Time is of the essence. In December, the film rights to Barbie will no longer belong to the studio. Rather, they will be returned to toymaker Mattel. Pam Abdy and Michael DeLuca, co-chairs of Warner Bros., released a statement on the film's struggles. They had this to say regarding where it currently stands. "We have made a series of big offers to try and finalize deals to make the next Barbie film. Unfortunately, we have been unable to reach an agreement thus far. There were toys, clothing, games, costumes, and so much more affiliated with the movie. It made a killing, especially around the holidays, so it would be a shame to miss out on a sequel. However, as the chairs stated, they have tried and failed. Time will tell if something can happen within the next 4 months. Would you like to see a sequel to Barbie? And are you shocked that this is not coming to fruition? Let us know in the comments below. Barbie 2 halted over excessive money demands, studio missteps. Inside the rumors shaking Hollywood fictional entertainment story. Hollywood has never been a stranger to blockbuster drama, but few projects generate as much attention as a potential sequel to the global phenomenon Barbie. After the first film shattered box office records, sparked worldwide conversations, and became a cultural event, expectations for a follow-up reached impossible heights. Now, whispers circulating through the entertainment industry suggest that Barbie 2 has hit a major roadblock, with insiders pointing to soaring financial expectations, complicated negotiations, and behind-the-scenes studio disagreements. While no official announcement has confirmed these claims, speculation has exploded across social media, where fans are trying to separate rumor from reality. Could one of Hollywood's most anticipated sequels really be stuck in development? Or is this simply another example of how blockbuster expectations can create headlines long before cameras ever roll? A sequel everyone expected. Following the unprecedented success of the original film, many assumed a sequel would arrive almost immediately. Studios typically move quickly after billion-dollar hits, eager to capitalize on audience excitement. Yet months passed without an official production schedule. That silence became the perfect environment for speculation. Industry observers began wondering why such a profitable franchise wasn't moving forward at full speed. Was the creative team still developing ideas? Were contracts unfinished? Or had the enormous success of the first movie actually complicated the future? The price of success. One recurring rumor suggests that the biggest obstacle involves money. When a film becomes a worldwide sensation, nearly everyone involved gains leverage. Actors command larger salaries. Directors negotiate expanded creative control. Producers seek bigger back-end deals. Writers request improved compensation. Marketing budgets grow dramatically. In short, success makes every future negotiation more expensive. Some entertainment insiders believe that assembling the original dream team for another installment would require an investment far larger than the first production. That possibility has fueled speculation that financial expectations may have slowed early discussions. Creative differences. Money is only one part of the equation. Creative vision often becomes an even greater challenge after a massive hit. The first Barbie succeeded because audiences praised its originality, humor, emotional themes, and unexpected storytelling. Creating a sequel that feels equally fresh is an enormous challenge. Fans expect something new, not merely a repeat of familiar ideas. According to industry speculation, filmmakers may be taking extra time to ensure any continuation meets the same artistic standard, instead of rushing another installment into theaters. Studio pressure builds. Major studios face tremendous pressure whenever they oversee a billion-dollar franchise. Investors want another blockbuster. Marketing departments want release dates. Merchandise partners want products. Theaters want another event film. Executives want continued momentum. Balancing those commercial interests with creative quality isn't always easy. Rumors claim internal discussions became increasingly complicated as different departments evaluated budgets, timelines, and expectations. Whether those reports contain any truth remains unknown. Fans flood social media. As speculation intensified, fans quickly shared theories online. Some believed negotiations had completely collapsed. Others argued that filmmakers were simply taking their time. Many reminded fellow fans that blockbuster sequels frequently spend years in development before receiving official approval. Despite the uncertainty, excitement surrounding another potential Barbie adventure remains remarkably strong. The original movie created passionate fans around the globe who continue discussing its characters, themes, and unforgettable visual style. Expectations have never been higher. Ironically, the original film's incredible success may now represent the sequel's greatest challenge. Anything less than another cultural phenomenon would inevitably face comparisons. Can lightning strike twice? Can a sequel surprise audiences in the same way? Can it deliver another unforgettable soundtrack? Can it balance comedy, emotion, and social commentary again? Those questions likely weigh heavily on any creative team considering the next chapter. Hollywood's sequel dilemma. The entertainment industry has seen many blockbuster franchises struggle with follow-up films. Sometimes studios rush production. Sometimes scripts aren't ready. Sometimes negotiations become complicated. Sometimes creative teams simply need more time. History has shown that patience can occasionally produce stronger movies. Fans often complain when sequels feel rushed, but they also become impatient during long development periods. Finding the perfect balance remains one of Hollywood's biggest challenges. The business behind blockbusters. Large-scale productions involve far more than actors and directors. Hundreds of specialists contribute to every blockbuster. Visual effects teams, costume designers, production designers, editors, composers, marketing strategists, distribution executives, international partners. Every department must align before production officially begins. Even relatively small disagreements can delay progress for months. Why rumors spread so quickly? Modern entertainment news moves faster than ever. Anonymous insider reports often spread across multiple platforms within hours. Social media users amplify every rumor. Reaction videos generate millions of views. Comment sections become filled with theories. Sometimes speculation proves accurate. Other times it disappears after official announcements tell a different story. That's why fans increasingly wait for verified studio statements before accepting dramatic headlines as fact. What could happen next? Several possibilities remain. The studio could eventually announce active development. Negotiations could conclude successfully. Creative discussions might continue quietly behind closed doors. Alternatively, filmmakers may simply decide the original story stands best on its own. Until official announcements arrive, every scenario remains speculative. Why fans still believe? Despite uncertainty, optimism remains surprisingly high. The original movie demonstrated that audiences appreciate ambitious storytelling. If another installment eventually happens, supporters hope it will preserve the heart, humor, and imagination that made the first film unforgettable. Rather than rushing into production, many fans believe taking extra time could ultimately produce a stronger sequel. Waiting for official confirmation. Entertainment history is filled with projects that appeared stalled before eventually becoming major successes. Conversely, some highly anticipated sequels never materialized. Only official announcements from the studio or filmmakers can clarify the future. Until then, rumors about budgets, negotiations, or studio disagreements should be treated cautiously. Final thoughts. Whether Barbie 2 eventually arrives